Hello, welcome to a new video. I'm starting this off with the fact that my fan is on in the background. It is so warm today. I don't know what's happened. It's like it became March and bam, it's warm. I wore my coat out yesterday to go to the shop and I specifically put on my thinner coat, like my spring autumn coat, and I was still too hot. Like, what is this? Anyway, so yeah, the fan is on. Please ignore that sound in the background. We move on. Today's video is a video I've been wanting to do for a while, but I felt like I needed enough books to be able to actually do this. So I thought there's quite a few books out now by this author and it's my birthday month. So why not do a fun ranking the books from favourite to least favourite of my favourite author. So we have all of these books by Ali Hazelwood. If you don't know, I don't know where you've been. You've not been on this channel because Ali Hazelwood is my favourite. I read The Love Hypothesis in November of 2021 and it was the start of my love of romance. She did this. Also, I find it very funny that my head is currently covering up the massive gap in the Ali Hazelwood shelf right now, and it is an Ali Hazelwood shelf because all that's Ali, this is usually Ali, and then this stack of books is all the UK paperbacks of Ali, and then here onwards isn't. Those are as well. I have the Afterlight editions of all of them, the UK paperbacks of all of them, and then I will say I'm really annoyed I don't yet have my US floppy paperback of Deep End because it's only just come out and I haven't had a chance to order it from US Amazon. So I am using my UK paperback for this, which hurts because it's not matching, but these are my favourite editions. So we're going to rank them. So this is the order in which they have been released. So we have The Love Hypothesis, Loath to Love You, which is the 3 short stories, Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, Check and Mate, Bride, Not in Love, and Deep End. So let's rank them from least favourite to favourite. I think you all know what my least favourite and absolute favourite are going to be, but let's see. Okay, so at number 10, now I have done this so that I've separated the 3 books in Loath to Love You because they are in a specific order. So you'll see that one be held up multiple times. 3 to be exact. So my least favourite Ali Hazelwood, and this is the only one now, technically if you look on my Goodreads, this is a 5-star. However, when I reread this, I can guarantee it won't stay as a 5-star because the more I sit on it, the more I realise I do not like him. I don't like Eli. Like, he can get in the bin. So my least favourite is Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, and once I've done my reread it will be the only Ali Hazelwood that has not got 5 stars. I'm gonna be honest, I colour code these and yellow means like angry. I can guarantee there's gonna be mostly yellow because I wasn't a fan, and I feel like the only reason it got 5 stars was because I was like, new Ali Hazelwood, and I was really excited about that. So I feel like that has like determined my rating, which isn't accurate. So I'm going to be rereading this at some point soonish. I'm putting it off, but I need to do it. I'm going to be rereading this soonish to tabernatate, and it's not looking good for Eli. The next on the list is Stuck With You. So it's the second book in the Steminist novellas. This purely because a comment is made that craps on the prequels, the Star Wars prequels, and if you know me, Revenge of the Sith is my favourite film, and if you diss those films, we're done. I'm not playing because Revenge of the Sith is my favourite. So I'm a sequels girly. I love the sequels. As a whole, the sequels is my favourite trilogy, but film-wise, Revenge of the Sith is my favourite. So I know Ali Hazelwood is a sequels girly. She literally wrote like Reylo fanfiction. That's what that is. It's Reylo fanfiction. But yeah, like you can't. No. So for that reason, Stuck With You is my least favourite of these 3. but it's still got a 5 star, and it does deserve that 5 star. I have reread it and I still maintain it deserves that 5 star. It's just not as high a 5 star. Characters came down a bit on core pile, but I maintain that that is correct for me. And then we go to the third book, which is Below Zero, which this is where the order becomes hard to decipher, because from Below Zero onwards, at this point, everything is a 10 on core pile. So you understand why this is so hard for me to rank them. Like, it took me a while to figure out this order. Like, it really took a while. And I'm already starting to think, wait, is this the correct order? For now, this is the order that stands. But yeah, Below Zero is next. I absolutely love this. It has the high stakes, which you don't expect from a novella, but them two, I love it. Next up is Bride. And this is where I say, I'm not sure if this is the correct order, because I feel like Bride should be higher up. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I did, to the point I read it 3 times last year, which doesn't beat the amount of times I read Love Hypothesis the first year I had it, but 3 times in 1 year. And I am so hyped for the sequel, which just got announced. It's called Mate. I'm so excited. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to love this. I was very like, oh my god, I'm not going to enjoy this, because it's a make-a-verse and I don't do it. So it's like a vampire and a werewolf together, and I wasn't sure if that was going to be a thing that I was going to be into, and I still don't think it is. I will say, I don't think knotting is a thing I want to read about. However, if Ali Hazelwood writes it, I'm going to read it, and I apparently will enjoy it. Any other author, don't think could do that. So I love this book. I love Misery. She is just perfect. I love her so much. And yeah, do think this should be higher up. I am starting to rethink this order, but we're sticking with it because this is the order I have slaved over trying to figure out for this video. Next up is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This is another one I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, because I think some places it's marketed as YA, but I think this is more new adult. It's very like older YA. But I really enjoyed this. I was shocked how much I enjoyed it, and I really liked the chess side of it. I'm not a chess girly. I can play chess. I used to play chess with my mum quite a lot. Nowhere near expert level. It was just me and my mum playing. But I used to play chess as a kid. So yeah, I really enjoyed the chess side. It was great. But yeah, I'm starting to think maybe this and Bride should be the other way round, but I don't know. I'm sticking with the order I've got for now. It's staying this way for this video. Next up is Love on the Brain. This was the second book. Now, I remember the first time I just saw one of the annotations I made. Oh, that's great. So I was very lucky to get a arc of this, the hardback arc that only like I think 150 were made. And I'm really sad that I won't own those editions for all of them, because Little Brown decided they didn't want to carry on giving them to me. They contacted me about it. I didn't contact them. They contacted me because everyone kept tweeting them and being like, Becca deserves an arc of this, Becca deserves an arc of this. So they DM'd me and said, we want to send you this. And I was like, yes, oh my god, thank you. And then they just never, I asked for Love Theoretically and got nothing. And I was like, well, what's the point? I think I asked for Bride or Check and Mate as well, but I got nothing, so I was really disappointed. But I remember getting that arc and dropping everything that evening to read it, and had the best time. And it was just, I love them. Does she recycle her characters a little bit? Yes. Do I care? No, I love it. It's one of the reasons I love her books, and I think that's why Not in Love was part of the reason Not in Love was such like a miss for me, because the characters didn't feel the same. But also I hated him, whereas the other ones that don't feel the same, I still like the characters. So yeah, but I love this one. And I have like I am pretty sure there's a lot of annotations in this, and I'm not going to show you annotations just because they are spoilery. But there's this one bit where I'm just like, just this whole section, there's some really interesting things, and I have been asked before for a different book to share my annotations, and I'm going to just say this now, I'm not sharing my annotations for these books because they don't make sense and they are for me. Some of them are not suitable for people to see on the internet, so we're just going to keep them to me. But yeah, this was so much fun. Next is the final book to talk about in the Loathe to Love You Steminist novellas, and it is Under One Roof. For a while, this was my second favourite book of her books. I absolutely love Mara and Liam. I think they're the ones that feel most like Adam and Olive, and I think that's why I love them so much. But these were just so much fun to read, and this bind up has a bonus chapter which like brings everyone together. But yeah, the final book of that one. So now we're down to the last three. Now 1 and 2 are kind of fighting here, but I think I've gone with the right order. So number 3 is Deep End, which is the one that just come out in February 2025, so last month. However, this is one that I instantly wanted to pick back up and read again after finishing it, and I don't get that often with books. I don't think it helped that I have had like multiple friends, and then Ash as well, reading this in February and March, so I'm just like, I really want to reread it. I do think I'm gonna wait until I get my US copy, and then I'm gonna tab and annotate. But yeah, I'm excited to tab and annotate this one, but like I enjoyed this one a lot more than I thought. I don't do sports romances, and I don't think I'm going to do sports romances. This hasn't, like, same as with Bride, this hasn't like sparked a need for every single sports romance. Like, I have read sports romance, I like Icebreaker, it was a good book. I didn't pick it up for the sports. I am not a sports romance girly, and I know, right, here's the thing, I know I said when I read The Love Hypothesis, I'm not a romance girly, and we know how that went. However, in this case, I am not a sports romance girly. I'm not saying I will never pick up a sports romance. However, it hasn't ignited a love for sports romances in me, like The Love Hypothesis sparked a love for romance books in general. So I can safely say I'm not a sports romance girly. If you are, you do you. I love this for you. I know a lot of people that are really into sports romances, and honestly, I love this for you. It's not for me. I don't like sports. Like, I hate sports. So I will stick with Ali Hazelwood and a select few others if they like pique my interest for the book. However, I'm really glad this didn't make me a sports romance girly, because I don't want to be a sports romance girly. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I liked how this explored different things, and I feel like she started to do that in Not in Love. She started to branch out, because that was a lot steamier than her other books. And then this explores kink, which was really interesting to see. And I will say, I've said this in my vlog, and I think I said it in my wrap up, I need people to actually read the blurb of a book before spouting what they're gonna spout, because there are people, now I understand not reading a blurb for auto by author, because I don't do it. All I knew about this was it was a sports romance. However, if you start reading it and you're not liking the content, maybe just double check that it didn't actually tell you that content was there before you start going off on one. If you're gonna DNF this because you didn't think to check if it was something you was gonna like, that's on you. That's not on Ali Hazelwood. She can write whatever the hell she wants. And on that note, people are like slamming her for writing an age gap romance where the younger person is in nearly their mid-20s, that's not an issue. That 23 is not that young to not be with a 30-odd-year-old. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, that's another thing. I am going way off topic. This is just supposed to just be me ranking the books. Anyway, third place goes to Deep End. I mean, it's no secret now if you're just doing a process of elimination, because you know what number one's going to be. So number two is Love Theoretically. This was the one. So as much as I loved Love on the Brain, you've seen that it's a little bit further down on the list. When I read this, I nearly had a crisis, because I couldn't figure out if I loved this more than the Love Hypothesis, and I had to reread both to make that decision. This came so close to becoming number one for a while, but then I reread both and I realized no, this is the second favorite. So yeah, I absolutely love Jack. He's amazing. And the enemies to lovers in this is just great. Like, she always does enemies to lovers great, but in this, even better. I'm wanting to reread all of these books now. Maybe this video was a mistake. I don't have time for this. But yeah, I love this book. This one I did get an e-arc of. So I got an e-arc of it, which is better than no arc. As much as I love the physical arcs, if all I can get is an e-arc, I'll take it. I will take it. I'm more than happy for that. But I got an e-arc of this, and annoyingly, I wasn't feeling well the day I got the e-arc, so I didn't get to binge it in a day. I think I read about a third of it, and then I had to put it down and finish it the next day or something, which was really disappointing. I was so disappointed in myself, but also I wasn't well, so I gave myself a break. But yeah, I loved this. I loved the side plots as well as the romance plot. I thought it was great. And and again, I'm seeing my annotations, and I love this. I love that I did this. But yeah, this was great. So then obviously in the number one spot, are we shocked? No, it's the Love Hypothesis. Adam and Olive will forever have a place in my heart, no matter what. I vividly remember reading this the first time in November 2021, and I had started it, I think I'd started it on the day I was going up to Lisa's, and this was the first time I'd ever met Lisa in person. And I remember the evening I got to hers, we were just chilling at hers, reading our books, and I finished this, and I just cried. Now, I wasn't crying at the book. I was just crying because this book had made me so happy. It had given me everything I wanted, and I was just overcome with emotion about how much I loved this book. And I don't think I've ever had that reaction to a book, ever. And that was the moment I knew I was in danger, because I was a romance girly. But I was still in denial for a while. I was like, no, I'm not a romance girly. I just really like the Love Hypothesis. And then I started reading other romance authors, and I was like, oh no, maybe I am a romance girly. And here we are now, where I've got 2 whole shelves of romance. Granted, one of them is mostly Ali Hazelwood, but I've got 2 whole shelves of romance. Plus I have other ones dotted around somewhere. So yeah, I do actually have on my Kindle app the original fan fiction that this was made from, and I am interested to see just how many changes, because obviously I'm really enjoying the Hurricane Wars series at the moment by Thea Gonzon, and that was a fan fiction which I have read. I have read the fan fiction. It's over 1,000 pages long, and it's amazing, and I love it, and it's currently being made into a trilogy. But that is very different in the sense that was set in the Star Wars world with the Star Wars characters, and is having to be translated into a fantasy world, not the Star Wars universe. Whereas this fanfiction was a AU, which if you don't know, I feel like everyone knows what AU is, but just in case you are not a fanfiction girly and you don't know, it means alternative universe. So in the fanfiction, they are, this is what the fanfiction is, but obviously the names have had to be changed. So, but I'm curious to see if anything else has had to be changed other than their names. So I do need to read the fanfiction, but I also need to reread this because it's been too long since I last reread it, and doing this video has made me want to reread all of these apart from Not in Love. However, that's one of the ones I need to reread so I can tab and annotate. So this is the order in which I rank them. I'm putting this here because one of the books is in this spot, so I'm going to put it here, but it's also in between these two. No, the other two are in between these two. So yeah, this is my order. There's no shock for the top and bottom. I really do think I need to swap these, actually. I think I need to swap Bride and Check and Mate. That feels better. Okay, so forget what I said. Check and Mate is after Stuck With You and Below Zero, and then Bride is there. Because that felt weird, Bride being so low. This is really, for Check and Mate upwards though, Below Zero upwards, this is really difficult because they were all 10s on core pile. So it was a tough one, but I did it. I ranked them all, and we'll see where her future books join this ranking. I can probably guarantee Not in Love will stay at the bottom where it belongs. It'll be interesting to do that reread. I wonder if it'll be a 3 or a 4 star. I'm feeling maybe 3 because I really don't like Eli. So characters is going to get pretty low. Anyway, we'll see. Let me know in the comments below if you've read Ali Hazelwood's. If you've read more than one Ali Hazelwood, what is your favourite? And if you haven't read Ali Hazelwood, have I made you want to pick up any Ali Hazelwood at any point in my YouTube life? Because if I have, that is an achievement, and that is the reason I got that arc, and then they stopped giving me arcs, which I think is just sad for me because I want pretty arcs. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.